If you're the adult child of a narcissistic parent, you are an ACON, and you have been conned into believing so many things about yourself that just aren't true. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why narcissistic parents con you into believing you're a bad person. Because every single person I've ever worked with says the same thing. They feel like they're a bad person and they don't know, am I good? Am I bad? And then so you feel like you're these two different people and you're really not. So how do we integrate that? How do we understand this and how do we release it, let it go, and heal? I'm Dr. Meg Haworth. I'm a transpersonal psychologist, holistic nutritional chef, and best-selling author of Get Well Now, Healing Yourself with Food and the Power of the Mind. I am the host of the Toxic Parent Recovery Summit, and I'm also on faculty with the Shift Network, teaching you self-healing methods that you can use to heal holistically from parental narcissistic abuse. So, like I said, in this video, we're going to be talking about being a bad person and why that narcissistic parent makes you feel like a bad person and what you can do about it. So narcissistic parents will continually con you into believing you're bad. And one of the ways they do this in a primary way is through blame shifting. So basically, when you start to get the blame put on you for just about everything that happens, everything that they do wrong, everything that other people in the family system are doing wrong, and things that you're doing wrong that aren't even happening, they're often gaslighting you into believing that you're doing something wrong that you didn't even do. And then you'll psychologically go like, wow, wait, did I do that? Wait, and so you'll be in this constant state of confusion, which is part of the con game. They're trying to keep you confused. They're trying to keep you off balance so that you don't see what they're really doing in the background. It's a big way that narcissistic parents are operating. Narcissists in general are all like this, where they are doing things in the background they don't want you to know about. So they're hiding and they're lying, and then they're making you think that you're the problem if you call them out on the thing that they're doing, because they're never going to take accountability for that. So if you think about all of the shame that's being projected upon you, and it is shame. Shame is the emotion that drives the narcissistic parent. It drives this disorder. And so anytime that shame gets touched in any way, and it'll get touched anytime you point out to them, hey, you just did this, or I just caught you doing that. As soon as they feel that shame, they have to turn it around onto you and then make it so that you take on the shame, because they're not going to do it. And so you may end up apologizing for things you never did just to get the beating up, the emotional beatings to stop. These emotional beatings are intense, and they are used to break you down and keep you in that shame place. So you feel like you are this bad person who's getting it wrong, never gets it right, and is the problem. You are the problem is the thing that it's constantly being messaged into you. So you're constantly being conned into believing that you're the problem. And so let's talk about shame just a little bit more. Shame is the most dense emotion that there is on the scale of consciousness. It only measures at 20 hertz. It's very dense, very low frequency of sound. So hertz is the sound waves. And so that they've been able to measure emotions in these frequencies. And so when you think about shame and what that does to the body over time, as you're holding on to more and more shame, more and more of this belief that's been programmed into you that you're this bad person. I'm a terrible person and I never get it right and I'm to blame for everything and I need to apologize and try to make things better because no one else around you is doing it. So shame tells us that you're a bad person. So this shame energy is the thing that's really at the core of this experience of this con game that your narcissistic parent has conned you into believing. And so you'll grow up thinking, wait, I'm a bad person, right? Wait, so somebody says something to you that really trips up this belief, that trips up this con that's running in your head, will get you into that feeling of shame. And then you'll take it all on. So you'll even take on shame that's coming your way from someone else in your life. And you'll take it on, and then you'll believe that you're the bad person, you're the problem in this scenario. And so there you are with this bad person con that's running in your brain. And then you've got this, but wait a minute, I'm actually a good person because I do have empathy and I do care about people and I do want to help people and I do this, and this. And so now you're in this confused place. And that's where they want you to be. They want you to be in confusion because a confused mind is very easy to control. And they ultimately want control over you. So when your mind is just in this daze of like, I don't know, then it makes it also very difficult for you to make decisions that are in your favor, that are helpful for you. So you'll feel often that you may be sitting in the middle of a decision and you don't know which way to go because of these two opposite forces that seem to be operating. But the real problem is the con. The real problem is the programming that your narcissistic parent programmed you with and continues to program you with through your entire life. The longer you have contact with them and don't get help, the harder it is to undo this programming. But I help people undo this programming. And if this video is helping you already, please hit the like button. That really helps get this out there to more people. I have holistic solutions for healing from narcissistic abuse. I also grew up with a narcissistic parent and had over a dozen illnesses. And I really look at the impact on the body over time that emotions have. Emotional abuse has tremendous impact on the body. So also you can put something in the comments below if this resonates with you, if you have any questions about this, anything that you would add to this video, or you just are like, wow, yeah, she really understands. Like, this is what it's like to feel shame all the time, to feel like you're this bad person. Anytime somebody even says to you something really small, it might be a constructive criticism, but then you feel like you're terrible. So all of this can be turned around, which is the good news. And one of the primary ways that I do this is in my Iconic Me therapeutic coaching program. And I use a technique called whole person integration technique that helps you to release the emotional root cause of illness and pain and illness that might be in motion being created in your body from the heavy and intense emotional weight of shame. You may have emotional weight where it's showing up as physical weight. You may have emotional weight that's showing up as stomach problems, or heart problems, or lung problems, or systemic pain. Like for me, I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, also mixed connective tissue disease. And so I was dealing with autoimmune issues. I was dealing with depression. I was dealing with scoliosis and ruptured discs in my neck and lower back, being struck by lightning. I was also, yeah, it's true. It's a real actual lightning bolt. And also I drowned as a child. And so all of these experiences have created this person who can really help you in a myriad of ways. So here's a simple thing I want you to do, is that I want you to really look at when this programming comes up and you start to feel like, I am so ashamed, I feel like I'm a bad person, you're in bad person mode. And when you get into that mode, it can be very difficult for you to get out of the thinking. So make a list. And on the first list, I want you to put, what are the beliefs that are coming up? Because those beliefs that are coming up are, you're being conned. Those are the cons. Those are the ways that you were programmed subconsciously to believe this awful thing about yourself. So you were easier to control. Like, take that in for a moment. Do you want to be easy to control? No. So this is one of the ways you start to take your power back, is write down those beliefs. Look at those beliefs and go, wait a minute. That's telling me I'm a bad person, but I know I'm not a bad person. And so in your second list, you're going to write down the ways that you're not a bad person, the things that you do for other people, the things that you do for yourself, the ways that you show up in the world, the kindnesses that you've shown, self and others. You got to show yourself kindness. That's very, very important, because this is how you claim yourself. This is how you get well from all of this. As you learn to focus on yourself, you take that focus off of the narcissistic parent and their ridiculous con game, and then you put the focus on yourself, and then you get to heal from that. So really look at what are the things that are the truth of you and the things that you have done, the evidence that you are a good person, the empathy, the levels of empathy you have for self and others. So look at that, and then rewrite those beliefs. What are the beliefs? What do I really believe? I believe I'm a good person. I believe I'm helpful to others. I believe I'm kind. I believe that I am diplomatic. I believe that I help a lot of people feel safe. It could be things like this. And so look at that. And those are the beliefs. Those are the truth of you. There's the true, what you think is true, what you were told was true, which was lie after lie after lie. And then there's the truth of who you are. And let's bring our focus over to the truth of who you are. So try that exercise and see if that helps you, and let me know in the comments below. And if this resonates with you and you feel like you want to do some really deep work and you feel like you're ready and you're ready to invest in yourself in this way, then please book a free call with me so that we can talk about my work and how it might be able to help you further, to really look at the holistic connections, the mental, emotional, physical, and energetic and spiritual connections. If you're ready to do that and go really deep into the subconscious mind and release what's going on, then I'm here for that with you. So let's talk about it. So book a free call with me, and please let me know if there's any video you'd like me to make, any question you have. And I hope this information has been really helpful for you. I hope it's really helped things to kind of click in your own mind so that you can create a plan to get out of this con game that your own parent put you through, or if you're living with a narcissist, that narcissistic person is putting you through this con game. Let's clear that up. Let's get well from this. All right. I'm Dr. Meg Haworth, and I hope this information has helped you get well now.